The desert wind carried dust across the forward operating base, turning the late afternoon sky into a haze of golden grit. Engines hummed. Radios crackled. Soldiers moved with urgency, loading crates, checking gear, preparing for another night patrol in hostile territory. Near the weapons station, a young woman stepped forward. She wore standard combat fatigues. No special patches. No flashy rank. Just a calm face and steady eyes that seemed to measure everything around her. "Excuse me," she said firmly. "I need a rifle." The armory sergeant barely looked up. "Training's tomorrow, Private. Come back then." "It's not for training." That got a few heads to turn. A group of soldiers nearby exchanged amused looks. One of them smirked. "You lost or something?" Another laughed. "Range days that way." She didn't react. Didn't flinch. Didn't argue. "I need a long-range rifle," she repeated. Suppressed if available. Now the chuckles grew louder. "Listen," the sergeant sighed, finally looking at her uniform, "this section handles operational weapons. Not for observers. Not for visitors." "I'm not an observer." A tall corporal leaned against a crate. "Then what are you?" "Media." More laughter. The woman slowly reached into her chest pocket. "Easy," someone muttered, hands drifting toward holsters. But she only pulled out a worn leather sleeve. Inside was a metallic insignia, dark, sharp-edged, shaped like a talon. Black. Matte black. The laughter faded, but confusion remained. "Cute souvenir," the corporal said. "You collect military cosplay." Before she could answer, a convoy rolled into the compound. Dust exploded around armored vehicles. Doors opened. Boots hit the ground. And then, "Attention!" The shout cut through the air like a blade. A general stepped forward, flanked by command staff. His presence silenced the entire yard. Eyes scanned. Posture stiffened. Salutes snapped into place. The general walked with purpose toward the armory station, then stopped. His gaze locked on the woman. Not her face. Not her uniform. The insignia in her hand. Everything changed. He stepped closer. Slowly. Carefully. Like approaching something powerful. "Where did you get that?" he asked quietly. The sergeant blinked. "Sir." The general didn't look away. "That mark," he said. "Answer me." The woman held his stare. "Issued, sir." A long pause. Wind whistled through antenna wires. Then the general did something no one expected. He saluted her. Perfectly sharp. Perfectly formal. Shock rippled through the soldiers. The corporal's jaw went slack. The sergeant straightened instantly. "Permission to speak freely, sir?" she asked. "Granted. I requested a rifle." The general turned to the stunned armory staff. "Why?" he asked calmly. "Is she still standing here unarmed?" No one answered. "She carries the black Talon mark," he continued. "That insignia isn't earned. It's survived." Whispers spread. Black Talon. A name spoken only in briefings. In classified reports. In stories told quietly between special operators. A unit that officially didn't exist. Missions no one claimed. Operations buried in redacted files. The last time that mark appeared, the general said, an entire hostage network vanished in 12 hours. Silence. Heavy. Electric. The general looked back at her. Call sign. Talon 6. Status. Operational. He nodded once. Get her the rifle. The armory sprang to life. Cases opened. Weapons lifted with careful hands. A precision long-range rifle was placed across the counter like an offering. She checked it with swift, practiced movements. Clean bolt. Aligned scope. Balanced weight. Professional. Efficient. Lethal. The corporal swallowed. "Sir. She's alone." The general's voice hardened. "If she's here," he said, "she's enough." A distant explosion rumbled beyond the hills. Radio chatter spiked. Contact reports. Coordinates shouted. The general turned. "Looks like your timing's perfect." She slung the rifle over her shoulder. "Permission to deploy." He stepped aside. "Granted." As she walked past the stunned soldiers, no one laughed. No one whispered. They just watched. Respect replacing mockery. Understanding replacing doubt. At the edge of the base, she stopped briefly, scanning the horizon. Through the settling dust, the fading sun painted the battlefield in shadow and fire. Then she moved forward. Alone. Precise. Unstoppable. And behind her, an entire base stood a little straighter. Because legends don't always arrive with noise. Sometimes. They simply ask for a rifle.